Okay, last night the 2026 FIFA World Cup didn't just kick off. It absolutely exploded. It was a historic opening match with three unusual red card and stadium atmosphere that felt like in Mexico City. Expect the match was played 1,000 miles away. The internet was melting.
Where are you from?
We're Nigerians, but we live in England.
Nigerian?
Yeah.
All up in Mexico?
We're Mexico. Let's go, Nigeria!
Also, those countries that have come out to say that they don't support South Africa, they hate us, they want to see us fail, they want Mexico to beat us, they're proudly Mexican, blah, 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 they're writing us off the African continent. I don't know how we can encourage you guys to support Mexico and all the other teams that you want to support. I don't know how I can encourage you. We are supporting you to support other teams. We, in fact, are begging you to support other teams. Because if you don't and you support us, a few years from now, you'll be reminding us that you supported us at the World Cup. And it's our support or your support that helped us to get where we were. And then when we get there, then you're going to say you have to bring in your people illegally in our country and they have to live here. They have to be cheap labor. They have to be using our hospitals, our schools, everything for free. And if we say anything against this because we're Afrophobic or xenophobic, we hate ourselves, we hate you, we are doing all kinds of things to you because we are marching on the streets and it's because we are uneducated.
This is Jessica, the South African activist who is the one of the biggest influencer, but the biggest shockwave isn't the chaos on pitch. It was happening across African continent. Historically, Pan-African solidarity dictates that when an African team plays on global stage, the entire continent stands behind them. Bafana Bafana should have had 1.4 billions of people cheering them last night. Instead, millions of African football fans openly, passionately cheered Mexico team. The question is, why did the African continent abandon South Africa for Morocco in the big opener of decade? The answer involves the decades of geopolitical tension, unexpected cultural obsession with Mexico television, and absolute madness we witnessed last night. Let's unpack it. The why Africans support Mexico to South Africa is because political reality, what we call xenophobia strain. To understand last night, we have to address the elephant in the stadium. Over the past decade, South Africa's relationship with its continental neighbors has grown deeper, strained. A skewing wave of xenophobic rhetoric and social tension targeting the migrants from other African nations has left deep scars. On social media, football is often where there is geopolitical frustration boil over. For many fans in West and East Africa, refusing to support South Africa isn't about 11 players on the pitch. It is a direct response to how the nations have been treated of it. The old era of blind Pan-African supporting solidarity is fractured. Last night proved that football fans has long memories and regional political will absolutely dictate who gets sealed for 2026. But why Mexico specifically? Why did African fans launch into Mexico national team with so much joy? The answer isn't political, it is cultural, and it started in 1990s. Let's call it cultural affection. For over 3 decades, a Mexican telenovela has been the dominant force in African primetime television. From Lagos to Nairobi, millions of households grew up on dramatic storyline, high-stake romance, and icons like These massive multi-generational cultural exports create an origin with deep-seated affection for Mexican culture. It's a language and it is a people. To many African viewers, Mexico feels familiar, vibrant and emotional, resonant. When Mexico stepped into the pitch last night, they weren't foreigners or strangers. They were representative of culture that has entertained African household for 30 years of age. There is a purely supporting argument. Football fans love narrative and they love melt. The crash of Bafana Bafana leads many Africans to support Mexico than South Africa. Leave your comment below and make sure your subscription has been added on.